everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today, we'll be taking a look at practical everyday usage for military surplus. The introduction of this video will look quite messy, but we'll be getting onto that later. So, the first one I will talk about, but I cannot bring with me because it's very big and bulky, is ammo boxes. These are useful because you can store ammunition in them, like their intended purpose, like 7.62, 5.56, 2.23, 9mm if you're in America, 50 caliber, all stuff like that. Or you can just even chuck like pens and paper or anything really. They're good storage boxes that are waterproof, very impact resistant, and quite sturdy. I have a couple of them. One's in pretty bad condition, the others are in quite good condition, and I use them just to chuck all my random bits and bobs in. Some of them have ammo in them, not live obviously, because I don't have licenses for that. But that's my uses for ammo boxes. The next one is military surplus clothing. This is my cadet combat smock, because I'm part of the cadets. And if you were to buy this as military surplus clothing, it would go for about £10–15 in a surplus shop, and they're very comfortable. They keep you very, very warm. And they're water resistant as well, which is very good. Also windproof and in MTP camouflage. This doesn't apply just for this specific clothing. You can get trousers, boots, gloves, shirts, everything like that, and most of them will be windproof and waterproof. Gore-Tex as well is good to get as surplus because that is waterproof. Sorry, my script is going all funny here. But yeah, if you just want some cheap clothing that looks good and is probably going to last you a fair amount of years, I would definitely go with surplus clothing. So this one we have two different ones that could be used for everyday use. As you know what's going on in the world right now, the coronavirus pandemic is going on, and you may want a mask for that. So why not go to the shop and buy a cheap surplus one? If you know this is a GP5 in its satchel, but here you are, the GP5. Don't use its original filter, obviously, for known reasons. But if you buy a GOS to NATO adapter, that just slots in there, you've got a working mask, and you can use it in shops if you really want, or even for Halloween costumes, DIY, anything that required respiratory protection or just want to look cool with. You could also make a snork costume. Just need to have this on top of your head without it over your mouth. You won't be able to see, and just attach a hose, get some flicked on clothing, and you've got a snork costume for Halloween. The next use is bags. These bags are actually quite useful. You can chuck all sorts in them. You can use them as a regular day sack for like random things, or you can use it like I do for storing masks in when they're not in my display. If you are interested, there will be a display video of all my collection at 50 subscribers. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe so you can actually see it. And if not, I'll have to show it in a video later on, maybe in the next couple of years or so. So don't forget to subscribe, because if you want to see the collection video, that will be coming up. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Oh wait, last thing, boots as well. Boots are very good if you get them in good condition. My cadet boots are Grafters, or Grufters, I can't remember what the name are, but they're really, really, really good. They're second hand, but they've lasted me years now. They've been through so much as well. They've been through water, mud. I put a fire out with them once, so you know they're good, and they only cost me about 50 quid. Yeah, it's quite a high price tag for a surplus thing, but I would definitely recommend it if you can't afford any brand new boots that can easily cost you over £100. And one last thing is magazines, if you're in America or something. like 223, 556 mags, 762. They can be pretty cheap to get from the surplus shop. Also, if you're just like me as a collector, I have a couple of magazines from the SA-80 family of weapons, L85 family of weapons if you want to call it that, and you're just not allowed to own the rifle, so what's not to love about that? Got them for about £1 each. This was about a couple of years ago when surplus was actually good and cheap. But I was thinking of getting some more PMags, E-mags, that's what they're called for the SA-80, for my collection. Soon, well, might be, so yeah, that's it really. Before we do go, filters. You can get surplus filters from surplus shops, obviously. 9 times out of 10 they will be expired and probably opened. But if you can find some in-date filters, you are one lucky person. I haven't found any yet out of my years of going in surplus shops and flea markets. But, oh well, there's still an opportunity. Also, opened filters can be used for DIY and stuff. Say like dusting, if you've got a dust allergy. What's it called? Using like a jigsaw or just cutting up wood that creates a lot of dust. Or even getting masks from surplus shops for like what I've said before, the coronavirus pandemic that's currently ongoing. Or just protecting yourself. So everybody, this was my video on practical everyday uses for some surplus items. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you're subscribed for the 50 subscriber special of my collection being shown. And cheerio.